Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome back to Homeschool, and we are back with the chapter Light, Reflection and Refraction. So in my previous video, we have discussed the laws of refraction, isn't it? And if you want to watch all my previous videos, you just have to go to description where links are provided. Links of all chapters are provided, so you can refer the videos for various concepts. Fine. And today's class is all about the refractive index. Okay. See, in my very previous video, we have discussed everything about refraction. The introduction of refraction we studied, and later refraction through a rectangular glass slab, and finally the two important laws we studied. Under that, do you remember the Snell's law? Yes. What does the Snell's law talk about? Snell's law says that the ratio of sine of angle of incident to the sine of angle of refraction is equal to constant, isn't it? And I told you this constant can also be called with the term called refractive index, right? Is indicated with the letter N. Okay, so refractive index is represented with the letter N. Okay, remember this. So what exactly this refractive index mean? It is not just a constant here, like it has some value, it has some definition, it has a very important meaning here. Okay, say let us try to understand the actual meaning of refractive index here. So imagine we have a glass slab. This is our glass slab. Okay, and this I will call it as medium 2. This is medium 2. And this is air. I call it as medium 1. Clear? Fine. And now an incident ray is falling, okay, from air, and it is striking exactly on the surface of a glass. So what happens normally? This particular ray bends towards the normal, right? So this is how you see the direction of refracted ray. So what is happening here? Light is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium. So what happened? The refracted ray bends towards the normal. If a light have to travel from denser medium to rarer medium, what will happen? This refractive ray moves away from the normal, isn't it? So this is a very fundamental concept. We all have studied this. And actually, how much is the bending of light taking place? How do you know that? How much is the extent of change in the direction of light? See, the moment light strikes at this point, its original path is this way. It has to move like this in a straight line, but its direction is changed, isn't it? To how much extent the direction is changed. So what is the extent in the change in the direction of light? To how much extent bending of light taking place? How do you measure how much extent the change in the direction of light took place? It is measured with the help of refractive index. Okay, so how do you define refractive index here? The extent of bending a light, the extent of bending a light when it travels from one medium to another medium. From one medium to another medium. Okay, say to how much extent change in the direction takes place. In simple, what I can say, to how much extent change in the direction taking place. Change in the direction of light took place. This is what I mean by this particular sentence. The extent of bending of light in the sense what? By how many times the light has to move like this in a straight line, but it has bent, its direction is changed. How much extent? One times the direction has changed, two times or three times. Say to how much factor the direction has changed compared to the original one. Say this is what measured by, this is measured by a factor called refractive index. Okay, so this is what the definition that you can give when refractive index is asked. Clear everybody? Fine. And refractive index is always a comparative thing, guys. Okay, say for example, compared to the original incident ray, this is the direction of original incident ray, right? Compared to this light ray in this medium, in air medium, to how much factor the light ray has changed its direction in the second medium. This comparison we are going to study. Okay, say for example, in your area, you have a very big mountain. Okay, and there are smaller mountains also. How do you compare the height of the smaller mountains? You will compare with the big mountain, right? And you say that, say for example, I have one big mountain, one small mountain. And I would say, if I have to talk about the height of this mountain, I will say that its height is, 2 times lesser than the big mountain, or its height is 3 times lesser, or its height is just half of this big mountain. This is how we compare the things in a daily life. Same way here, like how much amount of light has bent in the second medium has been compared with the light traveling in the first medium. Okay, so anyway, these comparisons we will talk about little later. And before that, try to understand that, your refractive index. Can you be able to recall the letter with which you will represent refractive index? That is N, right? Refractive index is always inversely proportional to speed of light, or speed of light, or I can also call it as velocity of light. Speed of light is nothing but velocity of light. Okay, so imagine, coming to this particular example, in air our light travels with the speed 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, right? Fine. And here in case of glass, our light travels with the speed of 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Okay, so speed is decreased in case of glass medium. So the direction of the movement of light changes. Okay, changes to a greater extent, because you see here it is 3 into 10 to the power of 8. In the glass, it is traveling with less speed, that is 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. So to how much extent the light's direction is changing actually depends on the speed of light. Yes or no? So that's the reason I told you refractive index is depending on a speed of light. And how it is depending? Inversely depending. If the speed of light is higher, there will not be so much deflection, there will not be so much difference in the direction of light. Yes or no? Say for example, if the glass speed is also about 2.9 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Okay, so what is the difference between 3 and 2.9? Very little, right? So if the speed of light in glass is this much, do you expect this much bending of light ray compared to the incident one? No. Almost the light ray travels in the expected direction only, because the difference in the speed of light is very less, guys. Okay, so as the speed of light decreases in the second medium, the extent of bending refracted ray towards a normal or away from a normal increases, right? So more the speed of light, say if the speed of light was 2.9, you don't observe that much of bending. Why you observed this much of bending of a light ray compared to the incident ray? Because in glass the speed of light is very less compared to air. Okay, so that's the reason you have seen this much of bending. So that bending of light, the extent of bending only refractive index, right? So lesser the speed, more bending towards the normal or away from the normal takes place. Okay, so that's the reason I have written here refractive index is inversely proportional to speed of light. This you should remember, guys. Refractive index is n. I can say n is inversely proportional to speed of light. Speed of light is always indicated with the letter V. Okay, what I can write is lesser the refractive index, higher is the speed of light. Higher is the speed of light. Clear, everybody? This point is very, very important to understand because you can answer some of the questions with this concept. Always, in whichever medium the speed of the light is very much high, then in that medium, bending of light is very less. Okay, light refracted ray bends towards a normal or away from a normal to a smaller extent. It won't bend too much. Okay, so a refractive index always depends on the speed of light in that particular medium. See, I have given some values of refractive index of various medium. You can see here, refractive index of air is 1. Here the speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, right? Refractive index of water is 1.3. Here the speed of light in water is 2.5 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. And refractive index of glass, to this much extent the light ray can bend in comparison to the air. Okay, so here the speed of light is 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. You see, guys, as the speed decreases, the value of refractive index increased. Yes or no? So, if the speed of light is less in any medium, then bending of refracted ray towards a normal or away from a normal is very high. Okay, so this is how we can always relate refractive index is inversely proportional to speed of light. Okay, see, speed of light is maximum in air, refractive index is just 1. Speed of light in case of glass is just 2 into 10 to the power of 8, very less. Refractive index value is 1.5, highest. Say these values clearly prove that our refractive index is inversely proportional to V. V in the sense speed of light. Okay, fine. Then now, how can we calculate these refractive index values? It can be calculated with the help of a formula of absolute refractive index. So, a new term I have introduced here. What is this? Absolute refractive index. Okay, say absolute refractive index. With the help of this formula, you can calculate refractive index of any medium with respect to air. Okay, got to know? See the formula, observe carefully here. Refractive index of any medium is equal to speed of light in air divided by speed of light in a medium. Okay, say if I want to calculate refractive index of water, how I can calculate speed of light in air? What is this value? 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Got to know? This value, keep it in your mind, guys, because it will be helpful for the problems. So when they ask you the problem, they won't mention you the speed of light value. Okay, so it is better to remember that value. So how do you calculate speed of light in air? That is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. And speed of light in water, I gave you the value here, right? That is 2.5 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. If you do, you get the answer. Refractive index of water, I already gave you 1.3, you will get as the answer. Okay, so this is how you can calculate refractive index of any medium. See, you are calculating with respect to the speed of light. It's like logically I said, say which is the tallest mountain in the world? Mount Everest. So any mountain's height you will compare with Mount Everest only, right? Say in my area I have a mountain. You know, if I have to compare the height of this mountain with anything, I will take Mount Everest only because it is the tallest peak. And I would say in my area the mountain is 200 times smaller than Mount Everest or 100 times smaller than Mount Everest. This is how whenever there comes an issue of comparing height of a mountain, I would select some taller mountain only, highest peak mountain, right? So similarly, if you want to compare the speed of light in any medium, you will compare with the speed of light in air, because in air you have a maximum value, right? If you want to know how much the speed has decreased in the second medium, okay, you will always compare this with the speed of light in a medium where it is maximum. Yes or no? See, always when you have to compare two things, we use the ratios, mathematical operation, that is ratios, right? Say for example, refractive index of water is 1.3. Yes, refractive index of water is 1.3. What does this statement, what does this value tell us? This value tells us, the speed of light in water is 1.3 times lesser than the speed of light in air. This is what the meaning, real meaning. Okay, so this meaning is very, very important to understand, guys. So what is the meaning of this particular sentence? Say refractive index of water is equal to 1.3 means what? Speed of, this is very important, can be asked for exam. Speed of light in water is 1.3 times lesser compared to lesser than the speed of light in air. Okay, so this is the meaning of this particular sentence. Okay, say in one of the examinations the question has asked like this: refractive index of glass is 1.5, comment. So what is your answer? This is what the question, guys. Refractive index of glass is 1.5, comment. How do you comment on this sentence? What is the meaning of this particular thing they are asking? So what did I tell you here? Refractive index of water is 1.3 means what? The speed of light in water is how many times lesser than air? 1.3 times lesser compared to the speed of light in air. So can you comment and post the answer in a comment box? Like I explained in this case, same way you have to explain. Like this you have to write and post it in a comment. Let me check out who has given a best answer. Okay, so you must understand the real meaning of these things. Okay, so refractive index is nothing but comparison, guys. Okay, how many times the speed of light is decreased in the second medium compared to the first medium? This is what about the refractive index. Speed of light decreased in the sense extent of bending. If the speed of light in the second medium, lesser compared to the first medium, then only the light refracted ray can bend more towards the normal, right? So automatically bending of light is related to speed of light only. Okay, so to how much extent the speed of light is decreased, okay, compared to the speed of light in air. This gives the calculation of refractive index of a particular medium. Such a refractive index that we calculate using this formula is actually called as absolute refractive index. Okay, it's a very important formula, and meanings behind such sentences are also very important. So once again I tell you, refractive index of water is equal to 1.3 means what? The speed of light in water is how many times decreased, how many times lesser than air? 1.3 times lesser in comparison to speed of light in air. So this is what the meaning. So post the answer in a comment. Now let me list out that formula here because we are going to study 2 more formulas. So let us compare all the formulas what we have just now studied. If you want to calculate refractive index of any medium, how do you calculate? It is nothing but speed of light in air. Okay, we normally indicate with letter C, divided by speed of light in that particular medium. Okay, if you want to calculate for water, it is speed of light in water. So it is in speed of light in any medium is indicated with V. Okay, so this is one formula we studied. Now we are talking about relative refractive index. Relative refractive index. So here 2 formulas we are going to study. See, if you want to compare the refractive index of 2 mediums, okay, 2 separate mediums. Say for example, see here, this is my second medium, okay, so this is my first medium. First medium. Imagine second medium is denser, first medium is rarer. Okay, so incident ray is hitting and this is our normal. So refracted ray bends towards the normal because light is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium. Clear? And now if I want to compare the refractive index of second medium with respect to the first medium, okay, then we will use this formula. What do you mean by N21? It is nothing but, N is nothing but refractive index. Refractive index of second medium I am talking about. Okay, in second medium only bending of light is observed. Refractive index means extent of bending. To how much extent speed of light is decreased in the second medium in comparison to the first medium. So the speed of light decreased or increased you will observe in the second medium because refracted ray is formed in the second medium, right? Bending you will observe in the second medium. So the meaning of this particular word is refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. With respect to first medium. This is what the meaning, guys. Okay, we are going to compare the refractive index of second medium with respect to the first medium. You know what is the formula for this? Refractive index of second medium, refractive index of second medium divided by refractive index of first medium. Okay, say just what is the meaning of this? Refractive index of second medium with respect to the first. With respect word after this, whichever comes, that you have to take it in the denominator. Okay, after with respect to word, whichever medium comes, that you take it in a denominator. This is the best trick to remember this actually. Clear everybody? So whenever I write N21 means what? Refractive index of second medium. Bending of light is in second medium only now. So this medium's refractive index I am comparing with the refractive index of first medium. Clear? So what you have to write? N refractive index of second medium divided by refractive index of first medium. Okay, and we all very well know that, say for example, if V1 is the speed of light in first medium. Okay, V1 is the speed of light in first medium. Let V2 is speed of light in second medium. Okay, then if you have to write the formula in terms of V1 and V2, how do you write, guys? You will write V1 divided by V2. Okay, do you agree this? Yes or no? See, we all know refractive index is inversely proportional to speed of light. See, if N1 is the refractive index of first medium, what I will write? I will write N1 is equal to 1 divided by V1, no? This is inversely proportional. If this is in a numerator, its velocity has to be there in a denominator, right? Say n2 is in a numerator, its velocity has to be there in a denominator. n1, refractive index of first medium, is there in a denominator, its velocity should be there in a numerator, right? Inversely proportional means that is only meaning, right? Say this is what the formula you have to remember, guys. See, when they ask you calculate the refractive index of second medium with respect to the first medium, in a question, if they have given refractive indexes of mediums, this formula you can use. Or if they have given speed of light in the first medium and the second medium, this formula you can use. Okay? Or if you are getting confused, let me write like this. Refractive index of second medium with respect to first is equal to V1 divided by V2. Two formulas here. Any one you can use depending on the information that they give in a question. Don't worry, I will solve the numericals also. Right? What is V1 here? Speed of light. Speed of light in first medium. First medium. Okay. What is V2? Speed of light in second medium. Speed of light in second medium. Okay. So this is one formula. In case if I ask you, if I have written N12, what does this mean? Here I am talking about refractive index of first medium with respect to second medium. With respect to second medium. Okay, now what is the formula, guys? Refractive index of first medium with respect to the second medium. What I told you? With respect to, after with respect to word, whatever comes, that should be there in the denominator. So what I will write? Refractive index after with respect to which medium is there? Second medium. So refractive index of second medium. Let me write just N2. In the numerator, N1. Okay. In terms of speed, if you have to talk about a formula, what you can write? N12 is equal to, what you will write? N1 is there, no? So here comes V2 divided by V1. Okay. N21 means what? Speed of light in the first medium divided by speed of light in the second medium. N12 means what? Speed of light in the second medium, speed of light in the first medium. Okay. So actually, if you can remember, N21 means what? 2 came first, no? So refractive index of second medium divided by 1 came later. So refractive index of first medium. If you know this formula, you can write. It's not that you have to remember this formula, right? Refractive index of second medium is inversely proportional to its speed. So its speed comes in the denominator, its speed goes in the numerator. Simple mathematics, right? So actually this formula and this formula is what we will use more. Okay, so let me list out those formulas here. So altogether, how many formulas we studied? 1, if you know this, you can write this. Second one, if you know this, you can write that, right? So let me write N21 is equal to refractive index of second medium divided by refractive index of first medium. Okay, or from this only I will get N21 in terms of speed. If I have to write, I will be writing V1 divided by V2. Okay, so these two are one set of formula, and another set of formula, if I have written N21 means what? I am talking about refractive index of first medium with respect to second. Okay, so how do I write? N1 divided by N2 here, or N12 is equal to, in terms of speed, if I have to write, it has to be V2 divided by V1. Okay, so this is second set of formula. So what you have to remember is, this is very important. Refractive index is always inversely proportional to speed of light in that particular medium. Okay, and then formula for absolute refractive index. So now let us see few questions based on these formulas. Okay, see the question here. Light enters from air to glass having refractive index 1.5. Okay. Light enters from air to glass having refractive index of 1.5. That means they have given refractive index of glass. Refractive index of glass. Refractive index is always about a second medium in comparison to first normally. Okay. So light is entering from air. Okay. From this medium to this medium. That means, air. This is the first medium. Glass. This is the second medium. Okay. So whenever they are giving a refractive index, it is like it is the refractive index of second medium. Here the second medium is glass. So refractive index of glass is how much, guys? 1.50. Yeah. What is the speed of light in glass? What they are asking? Speed of light in glass they are asking. So among these formulas, which formula do you use? You can use absolute refractive index formula. Yes or no? You see here, refractive index of any medium is equal to speed of light in air. This is always a constant. You have to remember its number 3 into 10 to the power of 8. Okay. Divided by speed of light in a medium. Which medium here? Glass. Okay. So what I will write here? Refractive index of glass is equal to speed of light in air. Okay, divided by speed of light in glass. Yes or no? This is how I have to change my formula. Speed of light in glass. What they are asking you? Speed of light in glass they asked you. Refractive index of glass they gave, right? 1.5. Speed of light in air, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 8. So can't you calculate this? Substitute the values. Refractive index of glass is how much? 1.50 is equal to speed of light in air is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 divided by speed of light in glass is question mark. Okay. So how do you do? So this is, instead of writing question mark, let me write speed of light in glass. Okay. So speed of light in glass is equal to, rearrange, 3 into 10 to the power of 8 divided by 1.50 you have to do. Okay. Say, how do you calculate this? It's like, ones are, twos are, right? So your answer is 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. This was meter per second, right? So unit meter per second. So this is the speed of light in glass. Okay. See, whenever they give you refractive index of any particular medium and speed of light in that medium, when they ask, you have to use this particular formula, right? Fine. We'll go to the next questions. Get the second question, guys. The absolute refractive index of benzene, they gave 1.5. Absolute refractive index of kerosene, 1.44. That means these are the two mediums. Okay. Find the relative refractive index of benzene with respect to kerosene. Okay. Let me take benzene as medium 1, kerosene as medium 2. Okay. What they have asked you? Benzene is medium 1, kerosene is medium 2. So what they asked you? Relative refractive index of benzene with respect to kerosene. Okay, 1 with respect to 2. Yes or no? Relative refractive index of 1 with respect to 2. That means 1 is benzene, 2 is kerosene. So what is your formula, guys? 1 with respect to 2. So after with respect to word, whatever comes should be written in the denominator, right? So what you will write? Refractive index of 2. What is your 2 here? Kerosene. Don't get confused. In the numerator, 1 should come. Refractive index of 1 should come. Refractive index of 1. What is 1? It is benzene. Okay. So refractive index of benzene is given, kerosene is given. This thing you have to find out. So refractive index of benzene with respect to kerosene. B in the sense benzene. B is nothing but 1. With respect to kerosene, K is nothing but 2. Yes or no? So N12, this formula we are using, N12, that is N1 by N2. N1 is benzene, N2 is kerosene. So its values are given, its refractive index values are given. What are they? N1 value is 1.5 divided by 1.4. Okay, so what is the answer you get? It is 1.07 you will get as answer. So refractive index of benzene with respect to kerosene. Okay, what is the meaning of this, guys? The bending of light in benzene is 1.07 times greater or lesser in comparison to the bending of light in kerosene. Okay, we are talking about bending of light in kerosene is this much times greater or lesser in compared to the bending of light in kerosene. Okay, so this is what we call relative refractive index. Fine. So I have shown one problem on relative refractive index formula and one problem on absolute refractive index formula. So you have to concentrate more on absolute refractive index formula, because they will give you particular medium's refractive index. Speed of light is a known value. Speed of light in the other medium. Okay, whatever refractive index has given for a medium, no, that medium's speed of light they will ask you. So majority of the times you will get to use this formula. So concentrate with the first problem that I have shown. Clear? So you can take little lightly on this particular concept. Relative refractive index is actually a deeper version where, remember these formulas, problems can be asked like this. Clear? So that's all about the concept of refractive index. So in my next video, we will start about the spherical lenses. In case of reflection, we studied spherical mirrors, image formation, etc. Right? Say here we are learning about lenses and how does an image formed by lenses, everything we will discuss. Till then, revise the concept and do subscribe our channel to learn the concepts in the easiest way and in a detailed way. Thank you so much.